Well, here we are once again on the 2009 Mercury Grand Marquis. I'm preparing for applying a vinyl wrap. So I had to fix these holes. I put a backing plate, a piece of wood, through the hole with some glue, tied that on with some string, and used some epoxy putty from JB Weld. So now I'm trying to see what's left under this tape. And boy, there's just a little tiny ridge there. I'm going to sand that down and try to make it about as smooth as the rest of the car. I have a paint ridge here from where the car was repainted without removing the guard strips, bumper strips along the side of these cars. And the wrap goes on Thursday, so stay tuned for developments. I'm happy with this repair. The story is much the same here on the other side of the car. Once I take this tape off, I've got a patch of epoxy that is maybe a little bit proud of the surface by about the thickness of the tape. So I'll soften that edge with a little sandpaper and call it good. I'm not going to apply any paints or coatings to this because I don't want any off-gassing of that paint to cause bubbles or problems with the wrap that's going to go on in 2 or 3 days. So there will be a few little ridges and bumps in this wrap anyway from the paint, and we'll have to take a look at that when the time comes. Here is a sample of the wrap applied to the car, and I can feel the paint lip here, and it's really almost not capable of showing up through the vinyl. Maybe if you look too close you'll see it, but the ridge will be parallel to the grain, and I don't think it's going to be an issue. Stay tuned for the big reveal coming soon. Here's the latest on the whole repair. I thought the epoxy had a little too much of a lip, so I used a little bit of fine glaze after sanding it, and it really is fairly smooth. The vinyl will go right over that. It doesn't look pretty, but it's pretty smooth. And here's a peek at the other side. It feels pretty smooth. Again, it doesn't look particularly pretty, but I think it'll work.